Hi, and welcome to Cockatude, Cockatoos with Attitude and Friends. And today we're going to be talking about a bridge. No, not the one in New Jersey, not that bridge. We're going to talk about another kind of bridge, okay? When you're working with birds, you're going to be using bridges. Yeah. What you do with bridge is you let the bird know that they've done something right.
Science knowledge only adds to the excitement, the mystery, and the awe of a flower.
Evidence is evidence. It's public. Everybody can look at the evidence and assess it, and eventually, if there's enough evidence, come to the same conclusion.
The Chloe Sanctuary for Parrots and Cockatoos, a nonprofit charity dedicated to the empowerment of captive parrots and public awareness. Peaches is an amazing personality. Her daily maintenance requires dedication and mindfulness. She requires 2 forms of medicine, 7-course meals, and effort to entice her to eat. Extensive preening every day, special tools to trim nails, constant attention to her vocalizations, daily walks, and twice yearly checkups due to the possibility of impacted feather follicles and the nature of her spinal injuries. It seems a common misconception among the general public that parrots are like toys in a toy box. Nothing could be further from the truth. They are complex creatures. Recently, scientific studies have shown them to be at least as intelligent as chimpanzees. Every captive parrot needs special humans who will dedicate themselves to understanding them, those who know their species as it lives in the wild, special people that understand their social, mental, and physical needs. They need to be understood for what they are, and not as merely human companions, as circus performers to bring smiles. Peaches needs all this and more. She is our special girl. Will you help us care for Peaches? Please make a donation today at our website, chloesanctuary.org.
When you're working with birds, you're going to be using bridges. Yeah. What you do with bridge is you let the bird know that they've done something right and that a reward is coming. Now, there's actually 2 kinds of bridges. There's an intermediate bridge. I use good for that. Good. Okay, and then there's the final bridge, which is good, okay? When I'm saying little goods here and there, that means they're on the right path. They're on the right path to getting rewarded, okay? When they use that final bridge, they're going to be rewarded, and they know that they have completed whatever it is I want. So, what is the purpose of a bridge? The purpose of the bridge is to let the bird know they've done something right. And a lot of people get it wrong, okay? One of the things people will do when it comes to bridges is they will give it at the wrong time. Now, if you're teaching step up, for example, and you get a bird and you put your hand out there, okay, your hand's out there, and that bird steps up on your hand. Bob, you want to step up on my hand? Come here. Bob. Bobaloo. Come here. Bob. Come here. Step up. Bob. Step up. Step up. I know, that's a wobbly perch. Step up. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. The bridge actually should go the moment he starts to step up. The bridge should not be given when he's on my hand. Because how are they going to know that you aren't going to reward them for just sitting there? So it's important when you do it. Yeah, tell them, Bob. It's important when you do a bridge to give it at the moment something is done, not after and not too far ahead of time, okay? Otherwise, they get the wrong idea. You would too if you were trying to learn from someone and you didn't know their language. Training involves a lot of cueing behaviors, which is simply putting something out there that's an indication you want something done. Okay? There's cueing behaviors, and then on top of cueing behaviors, you're bridging to let them know when they've done something right. Those two things are important. Okay? One of the other important things about training is learning to not give them what they want at certain points. Okay? If you're trying to train a certain behavior and they've got part of it down, let's say you're trying to get them to step up and then immediately go over and put a little ball in a hoop, you're going to get different stages of this. You're going to get them to step up, and you're going to get them to walk over and get the ball, and eventually they're going to take the ball and drop it in the hoop. Okay? So each of those stages you're going to have to give them a cue indicating you want something, and then bridge, letting them know they've done it. Now, whether you know it or not, you are cueing behaviors all the time. There's certain things that you do that will automatically get a bird to run over and do something or pay attention and react. A good example was Chloe used to, whenever I would get on my stair stepper, she'd run right over and get on my shoulder. So the cue for running up to get on my shoulder was using the stair stepping machine. You are constantly doing this with your bird. You're doing something. Good example with Lucy. If I'm making popcorn, I better make some plain popcorn for her first. Because as soon as she hears that pop, that's a cue. And if I don't give her the popcorn, she gets a little testy, okay? So when you want something done, or when you're doing something that they see as a cue, it's a cue to a particular behavior. If it's something you want, you're going to do a bridge and give them a reward as soon as you can after that bridge. That doesn't mean like I can do this tomorrow, but you give them the bridge, you give them a reward within a few seconds, and it clicks. It can be longer than that. If you start training some of the other things I've talked about, like come bearing gifts and calm attention, it gets easier. So if you have any questions about bridges and cues, please send them to Father Don at chloesanctuary.org, and I'll answer your questions. Of course, people who are on our Patreon, they get priority. They get their questions answered first. And we'll try to answer questions in our videos if we can. But remember to become a member at patreon.com/chloesanctuary and give us $1 or more, $5, whatever you can afford, and help us to make these videos, okay? Right, Bob? So, a quick review. You're going to cue a behavior, such as in saying step up. Then when they're stepping up onto your hand, just as they're stepping up, you're going to give them a bridge and say good, okay? You're going to possibly have more than one bridge. If you do, I use good. And then good for the final one, okay? The final one is where they get the reward. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Step up, Cecil. Step up. Step up. Good boy. Good boy, Cecil. Good boy. Cecil, bird. What a good bird. Peach, can you sing? Peaches, can you sing? Peaches, can you sing? Peaches, sing. Good girl, Peaches. Good girl. You have another verse? Oh, good girl, Peaches. Good girl. Good girl, Peaches. That's an example of cueing a behavior and using a bridge. Peaches. Good girl. Now, in this case, it's a social reward for her. She just likes to be told that she did the right thing. Don't you, Peach? Peachy girl. Oh, I love you, Peaches. Hello.